Assalamualaikum and hello. In this video, we are going to learn how to draw the alkenes based on IUPAC nomenclature. So as usual, please determine for the step number 1 the parent chain of alkene. And next one, you have to draw the substituents one by one to the left. So take a look here to the left. I'm going to do it together with you from example 5. For example 5 from A to F. So let's try A first. For A, we got the parent will be pentene. But don't forget to include 2 here as well, because 2 here indicates the position of double bond. So I'm going to highlight this one as my parent. What's next? I got 5 carbon, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And after that, I give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Please give the numbering. And next, at carbon number 2, I got double bond. So it will share between carbon number 2 and number 3. So that will be the structure for the parent. And next one, I got ethyl at position carbon number 3. So ethyl means that you got 2 carbon chain. So at position carbon number 3, I got CH2, CH3. So next one, I'm going to fill in the rest of my carbon with hydrogen. So check one by one. So carbon number 1, I got 1. So 3 more left. So it will be CH3. So I'm going to put H3 the other side. And after that, for carbon number 2, I got 1 more left. So H. Carbon number 3 already complete 4 bonds. So settle. Carbon number 4, 2 hydrogen. And carbon number 5, 3 hydrogen. So I'm going to put it as H2 and H3. So this will be the structure for A. Now let's continue with B, where my parent right now is 2-hexene. So hexene, you got 6 carbon chain. So right now I'm going to draw the structure in skeletal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to give the numbering. So make sure you put the numbering. It is not wrong to put the numbering. It's very easy. And what's next? The position of double bond is at carbon number 2. So I'm going to add up double bond here between 2 and 3. Okay, now my substituents to the left, I got methyl at position carbon number 3. So methyl means 1 carbon. So like that. And the next one, I got 2 ethyl. So at position carbon number 2, you got ethyl. So I'm going to draw ethyl. So this is the structure for B. Now let's continue with C. So C, you got my parent chain, which is 2-butene. However, please be careful. You got the word cis here. So it means that you have to show the structure in horizontal V shape. Ataupun kita kena kangkang kita punya structure for restricted carbon-carbon double bond. So first thing first, my tips, I'm going to ask you to draw the normal structure first. So I got 4 carbons. So 4 carbons for butene. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And at carbon number 2, I got double bond. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's next? I'm going to fill in the rest of them with hydrogen. So at carbon number 1, I got CH3. Carbon number 2, I got 1H. Same with carbon number 3, 1H. And carbon number 4, H3. This is my normal structure for 2-butene. However, for me to transform into cis structure, I'm going to split between these two. So between these two, I'm going to split. So let's check. Can you do the cis? So carbon number 2 here and number 3 share the restricted double bond. And what's next? At carbon number 2, I got H and CH3. So different, yes. And then carbon number 3, I got H and another CH3. Also different. So yes, you can do cis structure. How? I'm going to start with double bond that share between carbon number 2 and number 3. So draw number 2 and number 3 first. So C double bond C. So this is carbon number 2, this is carbon number 3. And next one, I'm going to draw them in horizontal V shape. So kangkang like that. And after that, the position will be cis. So I'm going to put hydrogen with hydrogen at different carbon 2 and 3 in same side position. So I got one hydrogen, and I got CH3 and CH3. So this is the structure for my cis-2-butene. Now, let's continue with D. So D, I got my parent, which is 3-octene. And then I got my substituents, which are these all. And please be careful, I got the word trans in front of it. So I'm going to draw in horizontal V shape. So my tips for you, please draw the normal structure first. So I got my structure, which is 3-octene. So octene means 8 carbon chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there will be 8 of them. And give the numbering so that it will be easier for you to double check. And next, at position carbon number 3, I got the double bond. So I put the double bond between 3 and 4. And next, I got 5 propyl. So at carbon number 5, I got 5 propyl. So this will be CH2, CH2, CH3. Because propyl, you got 3 carbon chain. And next one, at carbon number 2, here I got 2 methyl groups. So I got one CH3 and another one more CH3. And the rest of it, I'm going to fill in with hydrogen. So starting from carbon number 1, CH3, carbon 2 already complete. Carbon 3 and 4, you got one more hydrogen left. So hydrogen, hydrogen. And carbon number 5, one more hydrogen. Carbon number 6, I got 2 hydrogen. Number 7, 2 hydrogen. And number 8, 3 hydrogen. So the form will be like this for the normal structure of D without trans. Now I'm going to chain them into trans position. So please make sure, take a look at the carbon that has double bond. So the carbon that has double bond is between carbon number 3 and number 4. So between carbon number 3 and number 4, if you split between them, you can see that carbon number 3, you got hydrogen and this whole group. So I'm going to highlight this whole group, this one, and I got hydrogen. So different. Same goes for carbon number 4. Carbon number 4, I got hydrogen, this one, and the whole group here. So now I'm going to draw them in horizontal V shape, where I'm going to start from carbon number 3 and number 4, but in trans. So I'm going to show hydrogen at carbon number 3 and number 4 in opposite side. Let's try to do it one by one. Let's start with carbon number 3 bonded to carbon number 4. So this is carbon number 3, carbon number 4. And you got 4 bonds for them in horizontal V shape. So now from here, I'm going to put hydrogen at each carbon in opposite side. So I got one hydrogen here and another one hydrogen here. So you can see both of these at opposite side. And next one, I'm going to continue for carbon number 3. I got this structure. So make sure you copy as it is and be careful. So carbon number 3 bonded to carbon number 2. So this is carbon number 2. And carbon number 2, you got 3 CH3. 1, 2, 3. And then all of them attached to CH3. So this is the structure for one side. And you can draw them like this. Now I'm going to continue with carbon number 4. So carbon number 4 attached to one hydrogen and the rest adalah this group. So go and draw carbon number 5 first. So this is carbon number 5. And then carbon number 5 you got hydrogen. So I got hydrogen. And then attached to CH2, CH2, CH3. And then also attached to CH2, CH2, CH3. So this is going to be carbon number 6, 7 and 8. So this is the structure for trans 2,2-dimethyl 5-propyl 3-octene. And benda yang patut saya lihat dalam this structure, the most important one adalah bentuk horizontal V shape for this structure is the most important one. Yang lain tak ada masalah kalau awak nak draw dalam bentuk yang sengit ataupun ke tepi. Tapi yang penting horizontal V shape untuk yang highlight pink dan juga position of group yang terlibat untuk this case adalah hydrogen, awak mesti tunjukkan dengan clear. So that's all for D. Now let's continue with E. So E, I got my parent chain right now. The different naming dia guna dalam bentuk old school. So pen-2-in. So pen-2-in means that you got 5 carbon chain. So I'm going to draw 5 and give the numbering. And what's next? At carbon number 2, I got double bond. So this is the double bond. And next one, at carbon number 4, I got methyl. So I'm going to add up methyl here. So this is the structure for E. And for the last one, I got F, where my parent in this case is cyclohexene. Please include cyclo together with hexene. So this is the parent where in the cyclic ring. So I'm going to draw 6 carbon chains in the ring and choose whichever side you want to choose for the double bond. I put there. So automatically this one will be carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And at position carbon number 3, I got 2 same substituents which are methyl group. So then I'm going to add up 1 methyl, 2 methyl at carbon number 3. So this is it for structure F. So I hope you are clear with the drawing of alkene. Is a bit confusing kalau you tak tengok betul-betul, dan pastikan you determine the correct parent chain first. And then especially for cis and trans, make sure you draw the normal structure first, macam yang I tunjuk dalam structure D and structure C. Draw the normal one first and then follow step by step how to draw the correct one. But make sure when drawing trans or cis, you have to show the horizontal V shape with the respective groups or atoms yang involved dalam structure tersebut, whether there are in cis ataupun trans position. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.